And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the new channel, actually. It is your boy CheapLudez over on the CheapLudez channel, where I will be having all my videos on other video games, including MLB The Show, anything really you guys want to see. So, today I'm going to be reviewing Diamond Dynasty. As someone who has a NBA 2K channel and exclusively, as far as like card games goes, plays 2K and my team specifically, I wanted to come and review Diamond Dynasty. So, a little background info. I have played Diamond Dynasty before, though being on Xbox, I haven't consistently grinded a baseball game since MLB 2K13, which was a very long time ago. Though I have had a PlayStation 4 for a while, and I have grinded the occasional Diamond Dynasty. I played it pretty frequently back in 15, I believe, and then I played a little bit in 19 as well. So MLB The Show, I'm not a complete rookie, but I'm also not very good at this game either. As you can see, evidenced by my team. I've probably put in about, 6 hours or so, I would say, just general speaking. And I've come to a conclusion on a few things. So before we get started, as far as like game modes and stuff, I did want to talk about one thing and one thing only. XP. The XP system in MLB The Show is second to none as far as card collecting video games. So this is the generalized XP, or the first inning program as they call it. Now, right off the bat, the rewards are very good. As far as like the amount of packs and like cool stuff you're getting, they do give you the option to like choose players. It's not incredibly different to the XP system that 2K has as far as like rewards wise. The one big difference is that MLB The Show gives you boxes of packs as opposed to single packs in some instances, whereas 2K does not, and Madden does not, to my knowledge. Yeah, that's awesome. I gotta say, Madden might do it too. I didn't really play Ultimate Team too much this year, just a little bit. Yeah, these are awesome. And then the end is essentially the same as like every other game, where you're getting like a very good reward card. Now, how you earn XP in this game is through just playing games in addition to doing challenges. So that's one big difference in MLB The Show as opposed to 2K is 2K doesn't allow you to accrue XP outside of completing challenges, whereas MLB The Show will give you XP for every single thing that you're doing in the game. Whether that be moments challenges that I will talk about, generalized missions, first inning showdown stuff. So I'll talk about the showdown later. I'm a big fan of the showdown. It's just nice. So in addition to that, though, if you look at the other modes, like, you have XP challenges for every single mode with different rewards in every single mode, whether that be daily moments, that first inning, the team affinity stuff, which I really enjoy, which allows you to grind and get a bunch of different players and rewards. And that's one thing I would like to praise MLB The Show on, is just the care and the amount of offline grind options that they're giving to players is second to none. Like, it's significantly better than 2K, Madden. I haven't had too much experience with FIFA Ultimate Team. I'm not big on football, so I can't speak too much on FIFA, so I'll be mostly comparing it to Madden Ultimate Team and 2K. And I gotta say, the offline grind aspects of this game are significantly better than both of those games. There's no question about it. Every single one of these affinities has a different XP structure that unlocks different things, and there's like a variety of things that you can do in those to actually get XP, just like the main XP grind, which, by the way, even when you're doing all of this team affinity stuff, you're still earning like actual XP as well, going towards your main XP grind. So I'm just going to be talking about single player for a little bit. There also is this thing, which is Conquest. And Conquest is just the weirdest game mode, man. It's really cool. I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's a little confusing at first, but it's essentially like a domination style grind, but with weird RTS, like real-time strategy aspects in the mix as well. Having to like strengthen like borders, and like it's like risk and domination mixed, but like you play baseball games. Super cool. And every single one of these little spots has the possibility of having like a hidden reward, whether that just be like stubs and XP, or like packs, or even like in certain cases like a player will be in here hidden. I enjoy it quite a bit. I think it's really cool. I haven't played too much of it, but I have to give props where props are due. Now, there's also player programs as well, where you can grind to earn free players. And guess what? There's specific challenges for this, and the whole way there's another XP style grind. which is awesome. So in addition to getting like this Mickey Mantle card, who's probably not very good realistically, he's like an 80. But you get a bunch of stuff on the way too. And I have to say, like, this game is the most rewarding as far as offline grinds. Just the amount of XP style or like grind style areas of which to play. Even the evolutions, like even evolving a player is a huge rewarding grind. Like, just to evolve this Jason Giambi into an 85, from a 72 to an 85, apparently he evolves from like pre-steroids, like Oakland A's Jason Giambi, not Jeremy, it's Jason Giambi. He evolves up to like pudgy, roided up Yankees Jason Giambi, which is super sick. Like, the fact that he evolves into like a better actual version of himself as opposed to just the card evolving is tight. And you're getting like 3 packs and some stubs on the way to doing that. So I gotta say that's pretty cool. Like, there's nothing I could say negatively about this game's offline grind, except for the actual gameplay. I will talk about that real quick. It's very algorithm based. Now, I haven't had an incredible amount of experience, so I'm only speaking as a borderline novice at this game. Is that the gameplay itself, being a baseball video game, it's expected. It's expected to be, you know, algorithm based, because if it wasn't algorithm based, the people who play the game the most would have an ungodly advantage over the rest of everyone, which they do still have a massive advantage, but it's tempered a little bit based on the algorithm based gameplay, which is cool. I mean, it's annoying. I'll say that right off the bat. Like, when you're trying to do these daily moments and you have to do something like get 2 extra base hits and you're not very familiar with the game, you're basically chalking it up to the CPU to allow you to do it at some point. So you have to replay it probably like 5 or 6 times until the thing actually occurs. That part is annoying, and I will say, in relation to like a football or a basketball game, there's a lot more algorithmic based interference in this game than there is in those other titles, but it's so much more rewarding that it almost doesn't matter. It sounds bad to say that, but just the amount of rewards and how rewarding this game really is in relation to like how much free stuff you can get, it honestly makes that not really an issue. So I would say this is the most rewarding game out of all 3 of them, as far as like how much you can get single player wise, or even like multiplayer wise. In conquest, moments, just playing versus the CPU, getting XP and completing missions. Showdown mode, which is like, if you remember 2K Draft and Play, it's that but versus the CPU, but there's also like a gauntlet style thing you have to go through where you can upgrade your team until you get to like the final boss. It's awesome. I love Showdown. Is easily my favorite mode in this entire game. It's just like, it's addicting, man. It's fun. Online modes, I haven't ventured into them too much, but they essentially have like ranked season, which would be like an unlimited type thing, a battle royale, which if you remember Pack and Play from back in the day, it's basically that. You enter with 1,500 stubs, you draft a 26-man team from like a balanced pool of cards, as it says, and then you play against online opponents, earn rewards, and 2 losses, you get eliminated. Awesome mode. If they had this on 2K, I would play it constantly. Like I said, I don't know the meta online or anything like that, so it could just be very, very meta heavy like it is in 2K and like it is in Madden, but I haven't played it enough to really tell you one way or the other, so I'm not going to factor that into my review. But I will say they have a 9-inning casual setting, which is cool. There's no rankings, you're just getting XP, you're just playing the game, learning how to play it, something I wish 2K would implement. And I don't know, Madden might have it too, I don't know, I didn't really play online very much in Madden, so I'm not going to factor the online modes too much in. Now let's head over to the shop. The shop is... the marketplace is something else. Just on face value, it just looks confusing. Like, it does. For a buyer, it doesn't look too confusing. Like, if I try to, like, buy this, there's like buy and sell options, like, the listings are starting at $18.80. You can create a buy order where you can essentially try to buy cards for this price, and someone may actually sell them to you. It just kind of depends. Like I said, I haven't messed around with the marketplace enough to really rank it or review it. I will say it has a lot more, it feels more rewarding than the other marketplaces in the card games. It does, just because there's so many options and it looks like so much more cracked out that it looks more rewarding. Sniping cards probably is pretty rewarding as well. Like, it's much harder in this game than in 2K to accidentally quick sell a card. So there's probably not as much sniping going on, but maybe there is. I would have to watch a lot more of MLB The Show YouTubers to really see if there's like guys who work the market like that, which I'm guessing there is. I'm just not sure how they're doing it because I haven't really watched too much MLB The Show content prior to making this video, and I did that on purpose so that I could be one with the novices of this game. I didn't want to come in here and know what I'm talking about as far as like how to do things in this game, because that's not what this is about. This is a review coming from a complete novice of the MLB that hasn't played it in years. And when he did play it a couple years back, didn't really play it for too long and take it too serious. So, you know, that's the key there. Packs, the odds don't seem too great. I mean, you have a 1 in 50 chance to get an 85 plus player, but that's not good. But they also cost 1.5k stubs, so it'd be like if you had these packs that had worse odds and they cost 1,500 MT, you would still open them, so it's not really that big of a deal. The 10 packs and the 20 pack, the 20 packs do have a little bit of, no, they don't have a break at all. There's no break for buying more packs, so it's probably best, I'm guessing. Is there an odds break, perhaps, maybe? Doesn't even show me the odds, so I'm not really sure. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm pressing X and it doesn't show me the odds here. Okay. What's going on here? I don't know. Anyways, we do have a jumpstart thing, which probably isn't worth it. Now, as far as free content, they have a lot of grindable free content, but just coming into the marketplace, you get an 85 Roberto Clemente, which that's kind of on par with 2K as far as like free content, I guess. There's no way to really tell what the free content is and which game has better free content until I start playing the game more and using some of these free grindable cards. But right on its surface level, MLB The Show seems to incentivize spending money less than 2K and Madden do, based solely off the amount of cards there are that are free via grinding or just straight provided to you for free. Right off the bat, I can tell that seems to be the case. The pack odds look to be the same. I mean, if you look at, like, this is the promo pack that just released on Friday, Headliners 3. You have a 1 in 10 shot of getting 85 plus player, which would be essentially the same as getting, you know, like a dark matter to a pink diamond in 2K. 10% odds are basically exactly what 2K odds are, so things aren't really too much different there. They do have like a more expensive pack option, which gives you an 87 plus player, 1 of 1 chance. So for 30k, you guarantee get an 87 plus player, which I wish 2K would drop packs like this because that would be cool. And you have a 1 in 5 or a 20% chance to get a 90 plus player. So essentially, if you looked at this, you have a guaranteed shot of getting a diamond or above player, and you have a 20% chance of getting a dark matter or an opal. Essentially, would be the same breakdown of odds in 2K. And them bringing those packs to the game, and especially in limited numbers like this, like, I'm not sure 2K actually has the, I don't know how to say it. I don't know if they have it within themselves to put a pack limit like MLB The Show does. Like, you can only buy 2 of these. You can only buy 5 of these. Like, I don't think 2K has that within themselves to go ahead and put a pack limit out there like that. Like, they would allow you to buy unlimited of these packs, and they would be VC only. I think that is definitely a differing thing, which makes me think that MLB The Show might be slightly less greedy than 2K as far as, like, how they distribute wealth. The other thing I will say is they have one centralized currency in MLB The Show. Now, grinding-wise, as far as like grinding MT and grinding stubs, it's basically the same amount of grind, at least as far as I can tell. The one thing I don't like, and this is honestly the first negative I can tell you about MLB The Show, is that when you look at the stub screen, they don't have prices here. Like, the prices are not here, so it just says 1,500 stubs, and then you have to press A for price. Now, in my opinion, the reason I don't like that is because if I go and I can click the stub screen, and right off the bat, when they actually load, I can see that this costs $90, right? That's going to dissuade me probably from buying it because I can physically see it, but if it says 1,500 stubs, it gives me that like split second where I have to click into a whole new menu, and it just brings me closer to being able to purchase it, where mentally it makes me think I should do it a little bit more because I have that split second of time to think more about it, where I have to think like, oh yeah, I kind of want this before you even see the price, so it kind of incentivizes purchasing a little bit more. Now, I could be projecting there. I'm not entirely sure. That's just how I view it. So I'm not saying it's a huge downside for the show, but I gotta say some negative things about the game, and I think that's one thing I can definitely say about it right off the bat. That and the algorithmic gameplay are definitely turn-offs. The algorithmic gameplay is turn-offs until you figure out the gameplay, which, I mean, is the same for every game. It just feels like the learning curve is a little higher in the show, just because it's a completely different sport, maybe. And then this is just a personal thing that a lot of companies do, and I don't really like it. So when I see it, I do make it a point to call it out. But I do like how they have one central currency, and you can use that currency to just straight up buy players in addition to buying packs, and that's something I wish 2K would do. And I think if 2K were to do that, they would cause themselves a lot less issues, especially in relation to like MT selling and stuff like that. And there's been, I want to say rumors that VC purchase packs in 2K have better odds than MT purchase packs, and that's been rumors for years. People have always thought that to be the case, especially since the rise of the MT selling sites. It's becoming more and more plausible that 2K will want to put an end to that by making VC packs drop a little bit more. And you don't have that thought in your head when it's a one centralized currency. Like, you don't. You know for a fact that it's like, okay, all packs are going to hit the same regardless if I spend money or not, because they have to. There's only one currency. And that is a big deal too. It gives you a little bit more trust in the packs, I think. And that's big for me specifically. Sometimes I get a little iffy on 2K packs, but that's just me being a natural pessimist. But the amount of cards in this game mode are crazy. And that has a lot to do with the MLB PA just being larger and there just being more positions in baseball. It also allows them to go into the farm league, like the farm system, and grab players out. Like, I believe there's a Jason Dominguez card, if I'm not mistaken, which is super tight because he's like not even in the MLB, like at all, like even remotely. So they have a lot more options to bring cards out throughout the year. And if you're an MLB fan, that's pretty cool for you. So right off, I mean, I gotta say this is an excellent mode. As far as if you're into card collecting modes, I don't really think there's too much wrong with MLB The Show. Don't worry. Like, as I play this game more, I will find more things wrong with this mode. I promise. I will find things to complain about. You know I will. I always do. So, don't think this is going to be a positivity channel over here on CheapLudez. Like, it will be somewhat positive because I'm a chill guy, but I will definitely slander things all the time. I don't care. Especially if they deserve to be slandered. But that's my impression of MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty, at least for right now. I'm going to continue to drop content over here, so definitely check that out, whether that be any other game or MLB The Show. Feel free to suggest games. Thank you for watching my video. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with more content every day. Peace.